Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's classic is quite recognisable for any fan of the British motor industry, and they will instantly recognise this as not only an Allegro, but this is the Vanden Plas 1500 5-speed manual Allegro, and this car has a secret, and you can probably tell from the condition, and especially when I start to get close up, there's probably not very many of these in the world. This is a fully just restored Vanden Plas 1500 manual from 1976, and unfortunately the owner, who yearned to own one of these lovely cars, had it rebuilt to a very high specification, is now in a position where storage is a problem after deciding to move, and the car is available, and someone will luckily be able to benefit from all that hard work and expense put into restoring this car. It's literally had thousands upon thousands of pounds spent getting the car to this standard, and I can just run through some of that expense with you now. Now, the whole car down to its body shell was repainted in this absolutely beautiful colour. Now, it's a particularly bright summer's day here in North Hampshire, and I'm hoping that my camera work gives you an idea of just how lovely this colour is. I will be getting up close to it. The car hasn't got a spot of rust on it, there's no dents, there's no scratches. It's in beautiful, just restored condition, and it's probably the closest you're going to get to actually owning one of these cars when they were new, and they were quite something. The Vanden Plas always cost twice the price of an Allegro, so this would have been comparatively a very expensive car in its day. And for those of you who know the history, it would have been shipped off. It would have had many luxury features fitted to the car that made it such a special car. 1500 5-speed gearbox. Now, this engine has been fully serviced. It's had everything that's been needed done. The dashboard has been refurbished. It's had a stereo fitted, and there's some speakers discreetly fitted under the rear seats. But you can see that that dashboard is absolutely immaculate. They do tend to suffer from peeling. It's had a brand new set of carpets fitted throughout. The seats are in excellent condition. It's had a brand new headlining with the proper wool, so that looks lovely. Those famous picnic tables, and very scrumptious leather, nice and soft. That folding centre armrest, and you can see just how lovely that interior is. Your wood trim, absolutely lovely. Look at that. This car starts instantly. It's powerful. It goes just like it should. One little story: powder coated wheels, brand new set of tyres, quality tyres. Now, they are probably the last set of new old stock Vanden Plas centre wheel caps in existence. A friend to the business helped source those, and they are super rare. They in themselves were particularly expensive, but worth it for this car. Excellent chrome work. Anything that's needed to be replaced has been replaced, and I will flip the bonnet for you so you can have a look under there as well, which I shall do now. Let's just give that a pull up, and you can see just how lovely she is underneath the bonnet. There's that famous little princess crown. Have a look at that, absolutely lovely. Now, that's a polished rocker cover, new coil, new alternator, new leads, new plugs. The engine itself has been painted in its standard colour. That's a new battery, carburettor rebuilt and polished dash pot. new filters throughout, oil filter. I mean, literally anything that's been required has been done. So there's some new wiring that was done here to replace some of the older wiring that was crispy, and it really is in fantastic original condition and an absolute pleasure to drive. Not a drip of oil, which wasn't always the case with these cars. This car has been rebuilt to such a high standard. It really is a pleasure. It gets admiring glances anywhere it goes. People stop you at the petrol station to ask you stories about the car. This car will certainly get attention. Its boot is all lined out with a carpet. There's a correct jack set. The spare tyre has got a spare wheel, I should say, is a brand new, well, sorry, a powder coated spare. The car is completely wax oiled underneath, absolutely solid. Things like rear subframe mounts were fitted. The brake system was overhauled. I mean, in the list, you can see from the service record, many thousands of pounds spent on getting this car to this standard. The car comes with its original passport, its original Vanden handbook, very low ownership and mileage of about 50,000 miles, with MOTs to back that mileage up. An absolute pleasure to drive, and being a manual gearbox, quite sprightly performance and 5th speed for cruising. Please get in touch today to arrange a test drive of this unique opportunity to buy a fully restored Allegro Vanden. You're going to be very, very pleased when you drive this car and you see this car for real. It's a very, very rare opportunity, as I say. You just do not see these cars coming up very often. You can imagine the restoration costs, particularly expensive in this day and age, so you can benefit from a freshly restored car. Well folks, it's been a pleasure to show you around this lovely Vanden 1500, 1976, 50,000 miles. It's in stock now. Please contact Danny at braddyjamesclassics.co.uk to arrange a test drive and come and have a look at this wonderful car. You'll be very pleased you did. Thank you folks.